Welcome to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle, LaPorte County's original social media. Sound Off is a public interest forum that encourages your voice to be heard on the topics and issues impacting our local communities. We invite you to be part of the conversation by calling or texting 219-362-0522. You may also email your questions to soundoff at 967theeagle.com. This is a topic-based program, and we ask that you keep your comments brief, concise, and related to the topic being discussed. The views expressed on Sound Off are those of the hosts or callers and do not represent the opinion of 96.7 The Eagle, Spoon River Media, LLC, or the sponsors. The on-air line is now open for your calls or texts at 219-362-0522. And now, Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
And welcome to Sound Off on this Monday afternoon. Stan Maddox here. Our guest today, we have somebody from the LaPorte County Solid Waste District. It's Sacha G. Burns. She's the Environmental Education and Public Outreach Coordinator, once again with the LaPorte County Solid Waste District. So if you have a question or want to shoot us a text message, 362-0522. That's the number again. One more time, 362-0522. Sacha, as always, welcome to Sound Off.
Well, thanks for having me.
We always have you on around the time you're getting ready to have another big collection. 7-in-1 collection is coming up on the 17th of this month, and that's just 12 days away. Tell us about it.
Well, we're giving you 12 days to prepare so you can clean out your garage, your barns, whatever, so you can bring us all your different items. So we'll be able to take on that day electronics, appliances, shredding, styrofoam, cardboard, household hazardous waste, and tires. So we ask, though, if you have more than 20 tires to bring us, that you do call our office and make arrangements so you can drop them off in advance so that we can keep the line, steady and going so people don't have to wait too long.
All right. So, styrofoam, tires, electronics. What are the other items?
Appliances, cardboard, household hazardous waste. I don't know. There's 7.
Yeah. It's always tough when I shouldn't have gone there. But anyway, if you have any of that stuff just laying around the house, you can show up at LaPorte County Fairgrounds on May the 17th. What time is it going to run?
So it goes 8 to 1 at the fairgrounds.
8 to 1. Okay. Yeah. Seems to be no shortage of demand. You're always getting a lot of people out there. Any idea how many people showed up on the last one you had, back in the fall?
Yeah, so we usually average around 1,000 cars come through throughout the day. So it's pretty good. It stays steady. Usually we're really busy in the morning, and it kind of sizzles out a little as the day goes on, but it's still where we get tons of people all day long, and we appreciate that because then that way we can make sure that we hold these events in the future when we see there's a need for it.
Yeah. Now, after the items are dropped off, where are they taken?
So the appliances are going to Scrappy's over in Rolling Prairie, where they do metal recycling. The tires go to Liberty Tire. They are able to recycle those. I think they get turned into playground mulch, I think is what those get turned into. The styrofoam is going to Tri-Power Recycling, the cardboard too. They're over in Elkhart. They turn that into like that house wrap stuff you put down before you're siding, the styrofoam stuff. And then what else do we have going on? Electronics go to Green Wave, which is down in Indianapolis. They're able to recycle a lot of the different components out of there. And the household hazardous waste goes to Tredebi, which is in East Chicago. They do a lot of chemical recycling. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else I left out.
I think you covered all the bases.
Did I?
Yeah,
all right,
I think
then.
you did.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. So, that's good to know, keeping those things out of the landfills and finding another use for them. Definitely earth-friendly, for sure.
Yeah, well, we figure it helps to keep the dumping down in the county. A lot of times people, they don't know what to do with their items, and they don't want to pay the extra to have the trash pick them up. So a lot of times they can just bring them to us, drop them off for free, and we're happy to take them. The only thing that has a cost associated with it is our tires. So first 4 car truck tires are free. Each one after that's $1, and then $1 each. And then semi and tractor tires are $5 a piece each. And then if you have a tire that's 54 inches tread to tread or larger, those are $75 a piece. Those big, huge like tractor tires, like the sandbox tires.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And but like the regular car tires, those are free.
Well, the first 4.
First 4,
Yep,
okay.
and then it's $1 each after that. And we can take them on rim or off. The only thing, if they're on rim, we can't give you your rims back. So, but yeah, you don't have to de-rim them if you don't want to.
Okay. So remember that. Yeah, if you show up with a tire on a rim, you don't get your rim back.
No, we can't do that. No.
Okay. Again, May 17th, and of course that's a Saturday. The Porte County Fairgrounds, 7-in-1 Collection Day, and so that's always a good thing. Somebody is asking in a text message, Sacha, can I put shredded paper for my home shredder into my recycling bin?
With our new company we're using with Porte, you can. We just ask that it's in either like a cardboard box or a paper bag, that so you're not putting bags in your recycling. The plastic bags get tangled up in the machinery too easily. But as long as you have it, somewhat, it's going to get mixed together anyhow, but it kind of keeps it contained at least for the drive.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody has another question, and we just touched upon it, but it's always good to remind people, how many tires can a person bring, and what is the charge for extra tires?
So on the car truck tires, it'd just be where you still would get your first 4 for free and $1 each after that. You would just need to call our office if you have a lot of them and arrange with Robin, our office manager, to bring them earlier. So it's 219-326-0014. She's extension 1. But she'll set you up with a time and you can bring them out so that way you're not stuck in that line on Saturday, and that way our line's not being held up by people that have like 100 tires. You can bring... I think our limit is 100. It might be 50. I don't know. So call our office and they'd know for sure. But at one point we had it where it was 100 tires per collection per person that they could bring. There's a lot of people that have a lot of tires.
I know. I'm amazed by that. I was going to ask you how many people you get bringing 20, 30, 40 tires.
There's at least like 10 to 15 people, I think, the last time that brought theirs early that had to drop them off beforehand. But I remember when we used to do it where they got to come on the Saturday and they had their tons of tires, and there'd be people coming with dump trucks full of tires. Like, I don't know where they get the tires, but I'm glad they're bringing them to us, so that they are taken care of and getting recycled.
Yeah. Now, this is not for commercial businesses, right?
No. So ours is a residential program because since it's paid through the property taxes, we have a user fee that's assessed on every house's property taxes in LaPorte County. That way it pays for all the programs that we do.
So why would somebody who's a resident have 30 to 40 to 50 tires? I'm curious.
I'm not sure. There were some people that I asked, and they had where they did like drag racing, and so they had a lot of tires from that. Oh. So, but sometimes we have people that bring lawnmower tires, bicycle tires. We take tires, any kind of tire. Yeah.
Okay, great. Not tired of talking about it, right? Let's take a phone call. You're on Sound Off. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you take sharps, like use needles and things like that?
Yeah, we can do that any of our HHW collections. So starting in May, we have one a month. They're in different locations between LaPorte, Michigan City, and then we have one in Wanata in August. But you can bring sharp syringes. We just ask that they're in a hard-sided container when you bring them in. You don't have to have them in like one of those official sharps containers. Like a laundry detergent jug would even work that you can put them in. Yep. So you can bring those to any of those.
On the 17th at Fairgrounds, you can bring those.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, that'll work. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah, if you're bringing sharps, they have to be in a proper container.
Yeah, it's just so you don't have to worry about needle pokes in case somebody else would have to grab that container, or so you don't injure yourself on the way either. But laundry detergent bottles are pretty solid plastic. You wouldn't want to do like a milk jug because that's kind of thinner.
Yeah.
But a laundry detergent jug is perfect for you to bring them in. And then they just get incinerated is what happens with those. It's the same with the medication. So medication, if you bring it, you can mix it all together, put it in a Ziploc bag. We have to tell you no narcotics, but, if you mix them in there, we have no idea. So just put them in the Ziploc, and then it goes straight into a 55-gallon drum that gets sealed at the end of the event and just gets incinerated then.
So no heroin.
Well, no. We would appreciate if you didn't bring us illegal substances.
Yeah, we don't want that. That's for sure. Text message. This person wants to know, what is household hazardous waste? Gas, oil, etc.
Yeah, so it is. It's gasoline, it's oil. Basically, think about the things at your house that would have like the skull and crossbones on it, or they have a danger label or warning, those kinds of items. So, but batteries are even included in that. Sharps, medications, all sorts of different like automotive fluids. Even like if you buy a bottle of Lysol and you decide you don't like the smell of it or something and you decide to get rid of it, you bring it to us. You don't want to pour that stuff down the drain. We do aerosols. We can do the small propane tanks like for camping, those little narrow ones. I think they're like a liter or something like that. But yeah, pretty much all of those different items. We also have a gas can exchange going again this year. So if you bring us an old gas can, we will trade you out one of those new no-spill ones. So, yeah.
Okay. So, furniture polish, I guess something that you wouldn't want to ingest would be a household hazardous waste, right?
Yeah. Yep. You don't want to ingest that stuff or pour it down the drain. It's not good for your septic system, or I'm sure wastewater treatment would appreciate it not coming down their way either.
All right. Somebody wants to know, do you accept latex paints that are dry?
We do not. So once latex paint is dried, it can go in the regular trash. It's no longer a harm to the environment. In order to dry it out, you just take your lid off and some cheap cat litter, stir it in there. Once it solidifies, put it in your regular trash. Now, oil-based and varnishes and stains, those would need to come to us.
Okay. Here's a statement from somebody. We are derby car drivers, take stock tires and swap them out for V-tread tires.
Oh, they want to switch out the tires? Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure how that would work. I don't know, like from a liability standpoint, how that goes. But if they call our office and talk to Robin, she might be able to know more about that. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick commercial. If I can talk right, quick commercial break. We'll come back to Sound Off after this.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Atlas Shingles provide the best value in residential roofing. They feature a limited lifetime warranty and wind warranty up to 130 miles per hour. Their super wide design saves on installation time and labor. Choose from 20 options in stock and ready to take home today. Visit us in store or on Menards.com and shop our great selection of quality roofing products.
Save big money at Menards.
Hello, this is Dale Nowes with Cutler Funeral Home and Cremation Center. Caring friends are always available when you need them the most. At Cutler Funeral Home and Cremation Center, we make available caring, compassionate grief counseling before, during, and long after you have experienced the loss of a loved one. Whether your funeral arrangements were with us or another funeral home, Caring Voices is a service that will connect you with master-level counselors anytime you need a listening ear. Allow us to help you and those around you to start on a pathway to healing. Don't suffer alone during your time of loss. Comfort and understanding flow through Caring Voices, provided exclusively at no expense to you by Cutlers. Call us at 219-362-2828. That's 219-362-2828. Or stop by to find out more about Caring Voices.
96.7 The Eagle. Hey, Dennis Adele here. Make sure you tune in each weekday for the Morning Mayhem, which begins at 5 a.m. right here on 96.7 The Eagle. As always, Stan Maddox not only has your local news in the morning, but throughout the day. Wayne Mahar will take a look at your weather forecast throughout the day. Of course, we've got plenty of country music on the Mayhem and a whole lot more. Morning Mayhem, it all begins at 5 a.m. right here on 96.7 The Eagle.
It's getting pretty expensive to go anywhere and do pretty much anything. So what if we could help with that? Winning Wednesdays are back, and we got loads of free tickets for you on the Eagle. How about some passes for the whole family to amusement parks and water parks, local events, and tickets to some of the biggest concerts in the region, including shows at Tinley Park in Chicago. We've even got tickets for shows that haven't even been announced yet. So listen up every Wednesday to the Morning Mayhem with Dennis Adele for Winning Wednesday. Free tickets for you and even the whole family on 96.7 The Eagle. Sponsored by LaPorte Community Federal Credit Union.
This forecast has been brought to you by Kingsford Discount Liquors, conveniently located next to BP Amico in Kingsford Heights. They have the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits at unbeatable prices. Kingsford Discount Liquors, your one stop for gas, fried chicken, and liquor.
Michiana weather.
Slight chance of rain showers this afternoon. Otherwise, cloudy skies expected. Daytime highs approaching 62. From the Weather Center at HometownNewsNow.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. Right now, 57.
Thank you for tuning in to Sound Off. You can now text or email your questions directly to the studio. Call or text 362-0522 or email your questions to soundoff@967theeagle.com. This is Sound Off.
And welcome back to Sound Off on this Monday. Stan Maddox here. Our guest today is Sacha G. Burns, environmental educator and public outreach coordinator with the LaPorte County Solid Waste District. Been focusing a lot on the upcoming 7-in-1 Collection Day, May the 17th at the LaPorte County Fairgrounds. So if you got some stuff laying around you want to get rid of, bring it down to the fairgrounds and they'll be more than happy to take it off your hands. Let's take a quick phone call right now. You're on Sound Off. Go right ahead.
Hi, how you doing? Is this me?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. Sorry. Happy Mother's Day to you in advance. I'd like to ask, I guess LaPorte County, it covers, I live in Michigan City, so I'm allowed to take some stuff there too. That's question one. Two is, how about motor oils? Do they take motor oils? And compost. The neighbor's compost been sitting out in Michigan City for weeks. When are they going to start picking up the compost?
All right, so you can bring your items to us as a Michigan City resident because we can do anybody in LaPorte County. And then as far as motor oil, we can accept that. You can bring in whatever container you want. That's totally fine. And then your neighbor's compost, that would be the Michigan City Street Department because we don't have where we can come and pick stuff up. So they do where they can pick up yard waste over there.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks a lot for the call. Let's take another one. You're on Sound Off. What's your question?
Yes, is it me?
Yep, you're on.
Yeah, when is this going on, and can you bring tires?
It's going to be May 17th at the LaPorte County Fairgrounds from 8 to 1, and yes, you can bring tires.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, great. Another call. Let's get right to it. You're on. Go right ahead.
Hi. I have a question on paint. It is not latex paint. Can I bring that to you, and do I have to have it dry first?
So if it's not latex, you can bring it out to us, and you can't dry those out easily. So, yeah, it doesn't have to be dry. It could just be where the lid's on it, and it's fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, great. Are there any paints out there that you won't accept?
Just the latex, and it's just because you can dry it out at home, and then it's not harmful.
Okay, but you can bring it down once it dries.
No, you want to put it in your regular trash.
Okay. Duh. Okay. All right. Glad. Well, I know now for sure. Okay, give us a call, 362-0522. 7-in-1 Collection Day, May the 17th at LaPorte County Fairgrounds. So, get your stuff and take it down there. What's the best advice? Should people show up early or maybe show up later when the lines aren't so long?
So the line's usually really long in the morning. Usually people get there actually before we do. And so I figure like around 10, 11 seems to be like kind of the sweet spot as far as coming, and you won't have to wait as long. But we have been getting people through a lot quicker each time. So, we kind of try to update our pattern basically of dropping stuff off each time to make it so it's a smoother thing for everybody. Nobody wants to wait, and we don't want to have people where they're stuck there for half their day. We're just excited they come out, so we want to try to keep everybody happy.
All right. There's going to be people wearing probably protective clothing like moon suits, right? Because you're handling sometimes probably toxic material.
So back where the chemicals are, where they're accepting that, where Tredebi is, they send their own employees that work those events. And so they are in like proper gear and everything like that they need to be. So they don't have to worry about any hazardous materials coming in contact with their skins or their breathing or anything like that. They're really safe, that group. Everybody else, they're going to be, some heavy lifting and stuff like that. Everybody knows, bend properly, that kind of thing. We got equipment out there that can lift the larger stuff, some bobcats and stuff like that. So, we do try to keep it as safe as possible.
Like oil, does it have to be in a plastic container, or can people bring drums of it?
So we don't want anything in like a 55-gallon drum just because it's way harder for them to work with as far as getting it into the truck and everything to fit it in at the end. So if you have something in a large drum, we ask that you pour it off into smaller containers, gallon, whatever, 5-gallon buckets we'll even take on that. You don't have to have it labeled, and, it's helpful if you tell us what it is. But, yeah, so, please, if you have 55-gallon drums, please just bring those in smaller containers if you can.
Oh, even a 5-gallon bucket?
Yeah, you can put them. We take 5-gallon buckets all the time of stuff, yeah.
Does it have to have a lid?
No, but you wouldn't want to spill it while you're driving here.
Yeah, it'd be splashing around. be a dirty mess by the time you get to the fairgrounds. Be sloshing around in that 5-gallon bucket. Somebody wants to know, what about spray paint cans with paint in them, some empty?
Yep, we can take any of those. Any kind of aerosol cans we can take.
All right. Let's see. Here's another one. Is there ever a thought of being open half days on Sundays? Hard on us to only have one day to dispose on the weekends. A collection day on a Sunday.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever considered that just because we've always done Saturdays, thinking that it was easier for people that are doing like the Monday through Friday thing, or, that hopefully they don't work one of the days of the weekend. We always ask, if you're not able to bring your items, maybe you have a neighbor that's able to, or a friend that can drop them off. That's totally fine with us too, as long as they just show up to the event. But our compost site's open now Monday through Saturday. It went to summer hours, so Monday through Saturday, 8 to 4, and you can bring your electronics and styrofoam out there any day that they're open. So that helps as well for people that are working different hours.
Okay. I got a question. I was going to ask this when the one caller was asking about his neighbor's mulch. Why would you want to take your neighbor's mulch?
Compost.
What's the difference?
So compost is like your yard waste. So like your grass clippings, your leaves, all that kind of stuff is going to break back down into a really like nutrient-rich soil. So the street department will come pick up your yard waste in Michigan City, and then they take it to their compost site, and then they turn it into compost. So, it's right now it's be technically like a compost pile, compost bag, whatever, because it's not technically compost yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, somebody's just clowning around here. Can I bring tires for my Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars? Just kidding. No, you can't bring tires. Well, I suppose you could.
I don't know that those
Keep
are
it
made
out
of
of
the
trash.
right material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How does the gas can exchange work?
So you bring us a gas can, and we give you a new one. We can't transfer, like if you have gasoline that you want to keep in the gas can, we can't transfer that out, I don't believe, out there because it'd just be kind of time-consuming. So, but basically you just give us your gas can, and then we switch you out for a new one. I have a couple of them at home. They're actually really nice.
Okay. And like old gas, you'll accept old gas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, we'll take any kind of that stuff. So, if you have oil sitting in your garage, or you have some gas that, from last summer and it got kind of like some water in over the winter, condensation or something, and you want to get rid of it, yep, bring it out to us.
Okay. Sounds good. 7-1 Collection Day, once again, May the 17th at the LaPorte County Fairgrounds. So, and that's from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m., right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And it's pretty much free, except if you have a huge tire or you bring more than 5 or more tires.
Yeah. Yep. And so the way it works is we invoice you too. So if you bring tires out, they get your information and then we send you a bill. So we don't take any kind of cash that day at the event.
Okay. All right. Somebody's asking, what size of a can?
Of the gas can, it's like a 2.5 gallon. Yeah, they're not the big 5-gallon ones. They're the smaller ones that are easier to actually haul around.
Okay. Okay, great. Well, hey, let's take a phone call. You're on Sound Off. What's your question?
Yeah, it's me again, the Happy Mother's Day guy. What's the main website that you could find this kind of stuff out with?
Oh, so it's www.solidwastedistrict.com. And we have a whole section on there about household hazardous waste. We have a Facebook page that's just LaPorte County Solid Waste District. We put a lot of information on there as well. And you're always welcome to call our office if you have questions, too.
Okay, can you say that again, please?
Yep, www.solidwastedistrict.com. It's on the side of your recycling container, too. We have it printed on the side of the bins.
Bless you.
Yep.
Okay. How about like model glue, Elmer's glue, stuff like that?
So probably not like Elmer's glue, because that's like where you can wash it with water, so that's not harmful. But like the model glue and stuff like that, yeah, that's a little more serious. That stuff you would bring to us. We could take that.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take another commercial break. Stay with us here in Sound Up.
Garwood Farm Market is now open for the season. Stop out and see us for fresh Garwood homegrown asparagus, right on the grill with some Parkman Angus beef. A great selection of unique planters and hanging baskets available for mom, or surprise her with one of our fresh baked or frozen fruit or cream pies. And if you need a special order for pickup, just call it in and let us know. We'll have it ready for you. We know it's only May, but we're still making fresh cider. And grab some Evercrisp apples and discover why they are quickly becoming one of our top sellers. Fisher smoked meats, local honey, preserves, candies, and many other things to choose from now. Garwood Farms is a 6th-generation farm, and we invite you to visit us to get away from the hustle and bustle of big chain stores and enjoy our quiet place in the country. Garwood's is open daily from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And don't forget, strawberry season is coming soon. Looking for a great you-pick season this year as crops survive the winter, including plums, cherries, peaches, blackberries, and more. And check GarwoodOrchard.com, the Garwood Facebook page, or you can call 219-362-4385 to find out what's available at Garwood's on 50 South, past Panola.
Get ready to win big at the FOP Dunes Lodge number 75. Cash raffle on Highway 20 in Michigan City, Saturday, May 10th from 4 to 10 p.m. Tickets are just $40 and gets you in the drawing for cash prizes all night long. Free food and an open bar. Get your ticket, get in, and get lucky. Are you ready for this month's radio auction? Well, it's happening right here on 96.7 The Eagle. Join Debbie and Dennis Siddell Saturday, May 17th, following the 8 a.m. news for unbeatable deals on certificates from some of your favorite local businesses. Mark your calendars for Saturday, May 17th. If you want a sneak peek, head on over to hometownnewsnow.com, find the 96.7 The Eagle tab, and check out the radio auction page for a list of all the hot items. It's the one and only radio auction, Saturday, May 17th on 96.7 The Eagle.
Look at all the things I've collected over the years in here, Dave.
Why, Dad?
So you have many things to remember me by, and, I'm sure you can use it all someday.
But, Dad, I can't use all these things.
Yeah, but just think, it's all yours someday.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Dad. Is that a bumper I see buried with this stuff?
Oh, hey, yeah, I believe it's your mom's 1976 Pinto. And again, it's going to be yours someday.
Do you have things you don't need or want anymore? Are you tired of seeing things that you thought was a good idea to buy and then turn around and put it away in some corner of your garage? Well, you're in luck. At 96.7 The Eagle, we can help by reading your garage, rummage, estate, or yard sale during Tradio. All you need to do is visit hometownnewsnow.com, click on the Submit tab, and fill out the form, and we'll contact you for the payment. It's that simple. Of course, we do accept debit and credit cards for payment. So listen weekdays at 9:45 for your sale to be read live on 96.7 The Eagle, and check out the listings at hometownnewsnow.com.
Over 700 new and pre-owned vehicles at Autopark.com and Autopark Automotive in Sturgis, Bremen, LaPorte, and Plymouth. Autopark.com.
Your opinion matters. We invite you to share it by calling the on-air line at 362-0522. That's 362-0522. Now, back to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
And welcome back to Sound Off. We got another phone call. Let's take it. You're on. What's your question?
Hello?
Hello. Go right ahead.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, I was wondering, what about unknown fluids and oils?
So you can still bring those. They take them, Tredebi will take them, and they have like a separate thing they put them in. They have a laboratory on site at their East Chicago location, and so they do lab test everything that comes through there so they can make sure that they put it into the right category to be recycled out from there.
Okay, sounds good.
Boy, I'd hate to know what's in this unknown fluid.
There's a lot of stuff, but like you got to figure people pass away or they move and leave stuff behind. A lot of times they don't always mark stuff, they just pour it into an available container or something like that. And then the next person doesn't know what's in it, but you can bring it to us and we'll take it off your hands and figure it out and get it recycled for you.
Okay. Lots of text messages. Let's see. Do you match the gallon amount of our cans that we swap out?
No, we only have a 2.5 gallon can available.
So if you bring a 5 gallon can, you get a 2.5 gallon can in return.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We're saving you some back trouble because you fill a 5 gallon container of gas and that thing is heavy. So the 2.5 gallon ones are really nice and manageable.
All right. Let's see. Somebody says, thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Are you exchanging the gas cans on May the 17th? If so, what happens if you run out of new cans when we get there with an exchange? So, yeah, they are exchanging gas cans, but if you run out, what happens?
Then we'll just get you one another day. I don't think we're going to run out, though. We have a lot of them. There's a lot of gas cans. So if something happens and you don't get one, just, let us know. Or Scott will be out there who's in charge of our household hazardous waste. He'll make sure that everybody that's trading in a gas can gets a new gas can.
Okay, great. That's good to know. Somebody wants to know, will you take an old refrigerator with old beer in it?
We'd like for you to have it empty, just for sanitary reasons. But we will take your refrigerator. So on refrigerators, dehumidifiers, this is the only event, the May and September ones, where we can take those due to the Freon that's in them. You do not have to remove the Freon. So you can bring it as is, and we'll take care of that for you.
Okay. Maybe they can drink the old beer before they bring the refrigerator down.
Yeah, they could do that.
Or pour it down the sink, yeah.
Put it out
it's
in your garden
be empty.
for the slug traps.
Okay. Please post the curbside pickup schedule on your website. It was there in the past, and I found it easy to follow.
So we can't post it on there because there's 10 different calendars right now going on. So we just are having people call us, and you can give us your address, and we will mail you or email you a calendar. Just because if we put all 10 of them on there, it's guaranteed somebody's going to get the wrong calendar, and then they're going to have their day out on their recycling out on the wrong day. Then your whole neighborhood follows along, and then we got a lot of people upset because they put their stuff out on the wrong day. So let us send you the correct calendar for your address.
Okay, great. Let's take another phone call. You're on Sound Off. What's your question?
Yes. How about an old microwave?
Yeah, you can bring that out.
Okay, because this one played out, and I didn't know what to do with it. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. And you can bring that to our compost site, too, Monday through Saturday. So 8 to 4. You can bring electronics out there and styrofoam anytime that the compost site's open.
Well, thank you so much for all you do, Sacha.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Now, some things you're not going to accept. For one, mattresses. Don't bring a mattress, right?
No mattresses, no furniture. Yeah, so your couch, your mattress, all that stuff is considered a landfill item. We cannot accept that. We do not have any way to recycle those. We're only taking items that we're able to recycle.
Okay. I bet some people have showed up with a mattress or a old piece of furniture.
Plenty of times, yeah. And we sadly have to send them away with those items because we have no way to process them.
All right. You got a $10,000 tire grant from the Indiana Department of Environmental Management. Real quick, tell us about that.
Yeah, so to offset our spending for each year, because we budget so much for these events, they're really expensive actually to have. So we have $10,000 we were awarded from the state to help with our tire recycling. So it helps to kind of offset that. It's a lot. These events are really expensive for us to hold. That's why your user fee that you pay each year goes to a lot of those events and your monthly curbside pickup and stuff like that. But yeah, it helps to offset the cost so that we can get more tires recycled and keep the prices down.
Okay. gaining traction on those expenses with the tire grant, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's take a phone call. I had to throw that in there. You're on Sound Off. Go ahead.
Do you take old propane tanks from grills?
No, not that size. So those you can take to any place that sells propane tanks, and they'll let you trade them in. If you don't want to get a new tank back, they'll still take it from you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Just a couple of minutes to go. 362-0522. So give us a call or shoot us a text message. Now, you have a styrofoam and electronics drop-off. Has that started yet?
Yeah, so those go year-round. So at the compost site, you can bring your electronics, your styrofoam, as well as your yard waste, any of that stuff, anytime we're open. Summer hours, Monday through Saturday, 8 to 4. We also have an electronic drop-off in Michigan City at 1801 Kentucky Street at the street department, where you can bring your items there. We also have public recycling dumpsters over there too. So if you realize you have more recycling, like you have a party or whatever, you can always bring your extra over there, and that way we can make sure it still gets recycled.
Okay, that's good to know. And of course, once again, the compost site is where the styrofoam and electronics drop-off is here in LaPorte.
Yes, yep, 724 Ziegler Road.
All right, that's good to know. You know, the age-old question about which plastics can you recycle? What plastics they can put in the recycling disposal? Kind of clarify that one more time.
All right, so LaPorte County residents, you are the luckiest people around because we are able to recycle plastics 1 through 7. It used to be we couldn't do number 6s, but now we can. So if you look at an item, a plastic item, and you turn it around and you find the triangle on there with the recycling triangle, inside there's going to be a number. That basically tells you which type of plastic that is. Different ingredients go into making different types of plastics, and they got to get recycled based on what type of plastic they are. Items that we still don't take, though, are styrofoam in the curbside bins. We can't do plastic bags in the curbside bins just because those get tangled everywhere. Plastic bags just take back to the grocery store, bring them to our office, and those get recycled. But otherwise, 1 through 7. So that's pretty exciting because a lot of the areas around us, everybody west of us is still where they can't do number 6. And so, we're trying to make it so we can recycle as many things as possible.
Yeah, recycling sounds like it can be complicated. You have a master recycling class that's going to start on May the 14th, right? And it's at no cost?
It is. It's free. So I'm still taking sign-ups for that. So you just call our office or you can email me. Master Recycler class. We meet 6 weeks in a row. It's going to be on Wednesdays starting May 14th. I think it's at 6. I think it goes at 6 p.m. is when that one starts. And then so I teach you all the different stuff about solid waste. And so basically we can further our reach. So I'm not going to talk to everybody in the county probably, but you might. So I can teach you the right stuff and you can give the correct information too. We also go on a lot of field trips. We go to a paper recycling mill. We go to the styrofoam recycling place, chemical recycling. We go kind of all over the place. We even go to a landfill. So it's a lot of fun and it's free.
Somebody wants to know, how about old cassette tapes, like 8 tracks?
No, we can't do those. There's only one company I know of that can do those. It's called Green Disc. They're online, and you have to pay for the box to send them in.
Okay, here's an interesting question, okay? Somebody wants to know, if they bring you a 5-gallon gas can, will they get 2 2.5-gallon cans?
No. We can only give you 1. We only have so many gas cans. We have a lot of them, but we can still only allot you 1 gas can.
Okay. That's an interesting question. Good question, actually.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. I can just see somebody trying to bargain their way into 2 2.5-gallon cans.
Well, they'd have to talk to Scott because he's in charge of that.
All right. Well, any final thoughts for us, Sasha? Once again, May the 17th, 7-1 Collection Day. Final thoughts.
I have a beach cleanup starting tonight, every Monday night, 5:30 p.m. at Washington Park. You come out. I have the grabbers, little picker-uppers things, and buckets, and we're going to help to keep the beach clean out there this year. So it's free. Anybody can join in. If you don't have a parking pass, just tell them at the gate that you are there for the cleanup Monday nights, and they'll let you in to help clean up.
So it's every Monday night?
Yeah, yep.
throughout
every
the summer?
Monday, all summer
Wow,
long.
wow. That'll be interesting, and some of the things you find, I'll bet.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's still out there. Mostly cigarette butts and bottle caps and straws are what we seem to pick up a lot of. But yeah, we got to all do our part to help clean it up. Sometimes, it's the weather that knocks stuff out of the bins, and sometimes it's just people don't put the stuff in the bins.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Somebody's got to do it, right?
That's right. And we have fun doing it. So, everybody's welcome to come out and join. We'll have fun cleaning the beach.
Okay. We'll have to get a report on that. Maybe I'll call you Tuesday or Wednesday, and we'll get a report, maybe some official statistics or something. How many cigarette butts you collected at the Washington Park Beach. Yeah, right. All right. Well, that'll do it. Thanks a lot, Sacha, for coming on Sound Off today, and we'll see you Monday. Or I should say Friday. We'll see you next time. That's on Friday. Until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us and voicing your opinion on this edition of Sound Off. The views expressed on Sound Off are those of the host or callers and do not represent the opinion of 96.7 The Eagle, Spoon River Media, LLC, or the sponsors. Sound Off airs live every Monday and Friday, immediately following Update 12 News, and is available online after the show is over under the podcast menu at hometownnewsnow.com. Mark your calendar and join us again for the next edition of Sound Off, right here on 96.7 The Eagle.